All right, so to kind of pick up, we did the fuel line. Now it's going to be time to come in here and what's happening? This guy, this robot thing, he's having a bad day again, I think. Cannot be trusted. There we go. We're going to come in and pull the carburetor off. Probably going to go through it. Put a different throttle bracket on it because I hate the one that's on it, even though I made it. And then we'll kind of see where we go from there. All right, do it again. Man, y'all got fire coming out from our. But once I rebuild the carburetor and put the new throttle bracket on, you know, since the fuel system's kind of dry right now, might as well do that. And this carburetor has never been gone through, and it has had periods of sitting that are pretty extensive, so might as well try and see if I can make it better. It's always also had a kind of dead spot in the throttle, which I think has to do with the accelerator pump cam setting. But before we can get into all that stuff, what the, there we go. It does have 4-corner idle adjustments and stuff. It's a Barry Grant something. I don't know. I think it's the one that got in trouble for making it too similar to the Holly. It's pretty dirty though. I should get a camera and just show you. There's a lot of dirty going on under the hood of this car. That's what happens to them when you kind of throw them together and then let them sit for very long periods of time, which has kind of been the story for this old thing for quite a while. Okay, well, that's kind of goofy. There is enough space on here for where there's enough stud on here for a nitrous plate. That's the idea. It's kind of how this motor was built, with the idea of having some nitrous power adder when the combination was dreamed up. Nitrous timers and stuff like that weren't a huge thing. I mean, you could get some retard built into timing retard built into your ignition boxes and stuff like that, but nothing like what's out there these days. But the main thing is this throttle bracket that I created out of aluminum is exceptional bad. Like, very, very bad. I do really want to go through the carburetor though. I have a carburetor kit for it. I've had it for a while. But more than anything else, probably, I really, really despise this throttle setup on this car because I've always had struggles with it. We're gonna get this camera a little different here. The throttle setup on this car has never really been great at getting full throttle. I used to have to fight with it to get it between having full throttle and idle at the same time. I've modified the pedal assembly down there. I've, inside the car, I've created this sloppy looking, cheesy, bolted together aluminum bracket, which is one of the things that's going away. Luckily, the car doesn't have a manual valve body, so I don't have to worry about kick down linkage or kick down cable. So if you don't shift it, it doesn't shift. It's got a reverse manual valve body, so first is where third is supposed to be, and third is where first is supposed to be. Giving you the behavior that keeps you from accidentally throwing her into neutral when you're going for third, which can lead to some super high RPM shenanigans. All right. Not a whole lot of this car on this channel, just because there's so much to do. 11d16ths. And the dart kind of came along and distracted me from what I was trying to accomplish here, because that's what I needed, was another project. Not a whole lot to that. Some funny looking colors inside the intake. Having some backfires at some point. Ooh, sticky. There is sticky fuel on the bottom of this. And I did also notice that we have some leakage at the accelerator pumps, which is pretty normal for these when they get old. Not just these, but any Holly style carburetor / accelerator pump. Guess I'm going to tear into the carburetor. I'm going to move this one first. This is a 600 CFM. This is potentially for the D150, which is for the 318 that's in it. Overkill. But it's going on there because I have it. It's a 600 CFM double pumper I bought for, I think, $60 off the old Facebook Marketplace. Somebody's got the throttle plate mounted on it backwards. It is a originally electric choke carb, which is a little along the lines of what needs to go on that truck. So I'll pick it up and do something with it at some point here pretty soon, because I'm probably going to change the intake on the D150 also. But here, I'm going to get this carburetor off. I don't see why anybody would want to watch me do that. I mean, or take it out and apart. There's probably a lot more knowledgeable people on the internet that have gone through these and made videos on how to do that. I do have a ultrasonic cleaner, which I'm going to use. Toss the parts in ultrasonic cleaning. and then rebuild it. Should clean it up pretty decent, make it look kind of nice inside. Bring it over there as well as showing you the accelerator pumps. You can see it's pretty scroungy on the inside. Other than that, I mean, it's a decent carburetor. Probably. It's got the good sight plugs and blah bitty blah. I'm not expecting any surprises from Barry Grant to Holly. Yeah, I think there's a dead spot. There's in this front accelerator pump. Oofta. And it's sticky as can be. I might up the ramp rate on both of these accelerator pump cams, or get them coming in a little sooner, because I know when I go to get it, give it some beans, it kind of hiccups. So both are 30cc accelerator pumps. I don't think that's the issue. Anyway, I'm going to take it apart. I will pick up the cameras after I take it apart and maybe show what the inside of it looks like. Hey, over here. Now, you're not working anymore, are you? You're taking the day off again. Anyway, I'll show you what the inside of it looks like once I take it apart, and then maybe show you what it looks like after I ultrasonic clean it. And then I need to find something to put over that entrance hole to the engine here. As you can see, there needs to be some work done here. That's all right. We'll get to it eventually.
There she goes, sweet as honeydew. You swear that you have seen her face like she's deja vu. She's the image of the fruit you cannot taste, forbidden and out of reach from another place. You don't know her name or how she got to here. All you know is that you know she's from a higher tier. You're reaching for her now. She built to weigh you down and out. She's never coming down. There's never any doubt. She's up above. Oh, she's a beach. She's simply out of reach. She's up above. Oh, she's a beach. She's simply out of reach. She's up above. Oh, she's a beach. She's simply out of reach. She's up above. Oh, she's a beach. She's simply.
Okay. So I'm gonna take my super protective cover off here. Kind of struggling with the idea of the it'll probably fit under the hood with the spacer. Let's look. But I might have to change studs if I want to go to the spacer. So let's take a look at that prospectus. I'm not a huge fan of this spacer. Definitely gonna have to change studs if I go with the spacer. I don't really have a reason other than spacers are supposed to be good for horsepower, but not really something I'm chasing right now. And I have the spacer. That might be the other reason. I can change the studs and put it in kind of whenever I want. So I'll pause on that ideal for a bit. Not to mention, sometimes I don't find it great to introduce multiple changes at once. So, being that we just went through the carburetor, and the car's been down for a while, maybe it would be the best idea not to change additional things yet. So, but that's all right. Goal here is to put something real on here for a carb spacer. I mean, for a throttle bracket. Something not, junk, which is what has been on there before. There we go. Okay. This feller goes right, Herradura. It is definitely more better than this sweet piece of stuff. The bracket does come with a couple different these things, so we're gonna look at figuring out which one is which one. And this, we're gonna retire it. I think it's had a good run. I would go so far as to say that, and this is saying a lot for this car, it is the worst version of the throttle setup that this car has had. And this car's had some consistently bad ones for most of its life. All right, we'll take 2 spacers. Take this fine piece of craftsmanship. I said ship, craftsmanship. Not the T one. Squirrel? What's this? What's this squirrel? When we scroll out on here. Oh, this is for aligning wheels. This is primarily for the Dart at this time. Since the Duster's not, ready to be aligned. The Dart's not either. The Dart needs to be raised up a bit first. Okay, so let me pop this feller off, and I'm going to take that to have some heavy grindifications done on it so that it will properly sandwich the throttle. That's all that play is. Not supposed to be there, I'm pretty sure. There, get some channel locks, and then we'll go hit up the old grinder. Y'all, of course, are welcome to watch me do that. It's not going to be super entertaining. It's not even the kind of metal that makes sparks. It's non-ferrous, so it's not going to be very exciting. But who am I to, rob the people of an opportunity to watch me do something cool like grind? All right, let's see. Let's see how we did. Over here. Yep, follow me. Okie dokie. Oh, by the way, that's hot. Glad I picked that up. Yep, still hot. Mm-hmm. Yep, it's hot. Might get that bolt in there. By golly, we're gonna have to cut some more off of it. Yeah, sure enough. But not enough. It's very close. That's not enough to hold nice and tight, so let's just do it right the first time and give the file a quick bath. All right. Okie dokie. Let's see if we got her done this time. There really wasn't much keeping us from working last time. Oh, we did it. I believe we done did it. Now, we can just give just a tiny bit of pressure when it's sitting. That's all we're looking for. Now, if I go in there and step on the throttle cable, is it going to pull my throttle apart? The throttle cable itself, is it going to pull apart? There's a chance. Let's go find out. As I've said before, me and this car have a long history of throttle cable issues. Oh, that's terrible. What has happened? Yep. 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 Now, what's the reasoning behind that? That is an important question. Okay. Well, that is easy. Oh, you know, it's good that we lost the little black piece that keeps it from sliding through the throttle bracket right there. That's kind of good. Don't you think? I don't think that's good. Come on, little guy. Here we go. Yep. You, come on. What are you doing? There. Oh, all right. You got me. I wish I could say I was surprised. All right. Let's try no spring first. See, just sticks. Just sticks on a guy. There happens to be a hole in the firewall where the junction block used to come through, and I can actually feel the throttle. Okay, so okay, we're gonna have to resolve the spring issue, but I have a feeling the springs that come with it are not the resolution we're looking for. Or something. So those springs are pretty fruitless. I got this old ratty looking spring right here. It is it's something. I don't even know what I used to have it hooked to. Let's try there. Oh no, that's awful. Come on. Okay, well, let's just go step on the pedal. I might have to buy a spring probably. Did I already put that Allen wrench away? Oh, it's this one right here. All right. If we can get full throttle, still feels like garbage. Okay, well, I'll go step on it anyway, see what we're feeling. Probably not going to break off this time. I wish I could see if that's full throttle. See, this is where I need another human to put it hard to the floor, and then since it's had this motor in it, it's never had full throttle. It's never made a pass, so I guess it wasn't that important. You can certainly load it on a trailer and all those other things without full throttle, but it's probably time to remedy that. After these other cars are gone, it's going to be time to do some, stuff. Okay. For now, we are good. Need to get a spring of the returning variety. Because it will certainly hang. I could probably use a better cable than what I've got. But, for now. It's Mo Betta for now. And let's see. So I need to time it really bad also. I've never actually put a timing light on it. I just tuned it. Well, what are you looking over there? There you go. Just, advanced it until it cranked hard, and then I backed it off just a hair. That's a method. That happens to be the method I use. We are putting this on because if I don't do it soon, I will forget to do it at all. And we're going to go ahead and snuggleize it, and I don't think it's 5/8. I think it's 11d16. So oddly, all these lines from this thing that does fuel pressure regulator, all the lines from it to the carburetor are the PTFE stuff, the stuff that looks like white plastic inside, and then the others is just what I replaced most recently, which is nylon braided line number 8. So it looks smaller here because of the PTFE thing. Part of this is a fabricated hose, a hose that was made for something else. Just so happened to fit and work in the position I needed it to, so it's on the car. So we will get from here. I need to go pick up some springs, maybe an assortment of springs, some that aren't so hyper aggressive that they rip the cable end off. That'd be nice. And then I need to put some fuels in it and do a check for fuel leaks, as always. Do fuel stuff, check for fuel leaks before you do stuff that might make something catch on fire. And let me put away my tools because it's, I don't know what time it is. It's 10:55 and I've got to work in the morning, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shut her down. Yeah, because 7 o'clock, it's coming soon. But on the way home, maybe I'll stop at a local parts supplier house and get some parts. But this throttle bracket certainly looks better than this. I don't know that I was ever quite proud of this thing. It was just a thing that had to happen. You can see this is where it bolted to the carbonator, and then this little bent down leg right here, that's what kept it from turning when you stepped on it. It's a piece of ingenuity. But we will certainly pick up from where we're at.